There are a lot of members of the Conservative Party, exactly how many, that do believe that Canada should become the 51st state.
Okay, let's do a Canadian news recap. I'm sure you're aware the Canadian news is incredibly biased. Let's take a look.
So many Conservatives actually like Mark Carney. And maybe they didn't vote for him last.
Okay, look at the three heads in unison go like this.
So many Conservatives actually like Mark Carney. And maybe they didn't vote for him last election, but they are openly saying that they would vote for him if there was an election now because they think he's the right man to face off against Donald Trump.
CBC News that gets a ton of taxpayer money from all of us. Oh yeah, lots of Conservatives like the Liberal. Oh yeah, it's incredible the bias on this network. Maybe it's 99% Liberal, 1% Conservative, and even the Conservative point of view, I would say, is quite close to the Liberal, but we will move on. Okay, we'll move on to this video because apparently there were people in Vancouver, Canada protesting ICE, immigration in America. I mean, it's incredible how brainwashed so many people are. Let's take a look. You can see that actually that's signed. Working with fascists is not Canadian. Cool, bro. Did see this. Apparently they're protesting the company called Hootsuite for allegedly having some sort of tie to ICE. I mean, I don't know anything about that, but anyway, we'll move on. Here's Melanie Jolie, a clip of her speaking. It's not very clear what she means, especially at the end of her statement, but I think this is sort of par for the course for Jolie. Let's take a look.
Well, listen, the loss of jobs in Oshawa is completely unacceptable. It's twice in 6 months that GM is cutting down its workforce presence here in Canada after the cuts at Ingersoll. So I had a meeting yesterday with people from GM, and I told them that we would be getting our money back. And meanwhile, if GM doesn't want to continue to invest more in Canada, well, we will invest in more in other players. And we'll fight for these workers and we'll find them jobs. And so Honda and Toyota are investing more in Canada. The new RAV4 by Toyota was launched last week. They haven't made one layoff in nearly 40 years. They are 70% of our production. And so I think that it's good that Canadians support those who support us. And we're actively working to get more automakers to Canada, and we're definitely working to get Hyundai and Volkswagen and Chinese automakers to make sure that they're creating jobs across Ontario and across the country.
Okay, so the thing she said at the end there, I would say is the most confusing part. Did she say that Chinese automakers are going to be creating jobs in Canada? Like, is there going to be a BYD production facility coming to Ontario soon, or what was, again, it's not clear what she said there. We'll take a look at that one more time.
We're definitely working to get Hyundai and Volkswagen and Chinese automakers to make sure that they're creating jobs across Ontario and across the country.
I mean, I thought Canada was just importing some of those BYD, something like 47, 49K cars. Chinese automakers to be creating jobs in Canada. I mean, is that breaking news? This is the Minister of Industry. She's one of the main people in Carney's cabinet.
Working to get Hyundai and Volkswagen and Chinese automakers to make sure that they're creating jobs across Ontario and across the country.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, but confusing to me. Another short clip here from CBC. This is probably the most outrageous one of the video.
Yeah, because it's interesting, Rosie. I mean, I think it's fair to point out that there are a lot of members of the Conservative Party, exactly how many, that do believe that Canada should become the 51st state. So that there's that to deal with. You know, how does he kind of handle that?
Bro, where did that come from? Your imagination? I mean, again, this is supposed to be our reputable Canadian news. Where did that come from? 4 people on X? That is so incredible. I'll play that one more time because I think it deserves it. It's just truly amazing.
I mean, I think it's fair to point out that there are a lot of members of the Conservative Party, exactly how many, that do believe that Canada should become the 51st state.
Look, it's funny, but it's also pathetic. Where are you getting that from? Okay, the next clip I'm going to play is from Jasmine Lane, who I think is the GOAT right now in Canadian media for independent journalists. For sure, I think she does a great job, but it's Jasmine Lane really throwing down at the Conservative convention, responding to this person, Sheila Copps, the former Deputy Prime Minister of Canada, who Sheila Copps says, oh, almost all men. There's almost all men waiting to speak to Poilievre. And then Jasmine Lane also made, Sheila Copps also made a few other comments. You can't possibly believe a political party can grow with support from only one gender. According to you, women are nothing more than baby makers. She's replying to this other person here. Sheila Copps had some other posts as well on this topic in the last few days, which are ridiculous. I won't even try to pull them all up because I did an entire video on this, but Jasmine Lane replied to this. Take a look. Okay, this is how Jasmine Lane started her speech off.
Before I get this started today, I really wanted to highlight something that I came across on social media from our former Heritage Minister and Environment Minister, Deputy PM of Canada, the Honourable Sheila Copps. She wrote actually that there's not young female Conservatives here. Actually, I'll quote her. She said, "Can't figure out why virtually no young women are visible at the Conservative convention in Calgary. So I'm just wondering, ladies, if you want to stand up, quickly make yourself known, because we do exist." I don't know, Sheila. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us.
Look, this is how the Conservatives, if they ever want to win again, have to act. They should, like Jasmine Lane maybe one day will be the Prime Minister. You have to do that. You have to continually point out the bullying that happens on the left. The Liberals always point out the stuff they don't like about the Conservatives, but the Conservatives in Canada, like, they're just so polite. Oh, don't offend anybody. So major props, Jasmine Lane. Another example why I do think she is number one. I would even just say all of Canadian media. If I had to do a ranking, I'd put Jasmine Lane number one. And okay, with that said, I'll finish the video, but please like, please subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so we'll see if I can try to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of day today. I mean, we'll see, but yeah, like I said, thanks for watching. Have a great day.